Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Stonehearth with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the lovely village of the Lathrixian Lake. In today's video, we have one very simple goal, and that's to finally set up a workshop and a little residency for our blacksmith. Because honestly, we need more armor, and we need it very, very quickly. Although we now have our knights, which are incredibly powerful and are massively helping us out, getting them to have some proper gear would be a nice next step. So that's our goal today, to have somewhere for our blacksmith to live. And with that, I have also renamed a few of our characters. So we now have Billy Bob the archer, Jolly the blacksmith, Jin the cleric, and I believe there was one more. There we are, Percival the knight. Because I just love that name to bits. So they are all the new names. At least I believe that's all the new names. We still have quite a few who we need to name. The mason, the weaver, and then several of the regular workers. So any names for those, the comments are where I need you to comment, as you will well imagine. So with that, let's get to work. Although, one thing we need to do first of all is set up our tailor workshop area. We already have the little housing area there, we have some storage space, but the actual workshop is currently still outdoors. So it would be nice if we could move these in. There we are, all the basic stuff. Now, do we have any shelves or anything ready? That would be lovely. Yes, we do. In fact, we have lots. Fantastic. Okay, so we have loads of space over here, so make sure they have enough space to use that. I'll just put them down here. There we are. So that is the supply rack, and then this is for the finished works. Will we need more than one of those, really? Doubtful, but it would be nice to have more than one. So how am I going to fit that in then? Okay, what I'm going to do is put that there, and then simply move the spinning wheel. In fact, we can fit two there, which would be really, really nice. And then the spinning wheel, which is you, can go here, facing outwards. And same with the workbench. Lovely. That's more than enough stuff there. We could also add a regular chest if we turn this, which I might do later, but for now, that's absolutely fine. Why is there a piece of doodle on the, roof, which is really weird considering I actually have a pet snake called Doodle. But still, let's continue with that, and once that's sorted out, we'll start doing the blacksmith stuff. Oh yeah, the chickens. Keep on forgetting about those. Would be nice for them to stop dying every blizzard. Lovely. And apparently it's already beautiful inside, which is very nice indeed, but I would like that to be even better if possible. So what would make this better, easier, would probably be things like this. Some throw rugs, which of course the weaver themselves can make. So let's go ahead and make some of those. Now we can decorate the insides. That's new. The rabbit hair shield and the wolf helm. Very cool. Did not see those before. Is that from our recent Hearth upgrade? Obviously that's a rabbit-related thing, but I didn't see that before, unless there's been an update, of course. Which I don't think there's been, since I'm not using the Ace mod, which I think is the only thing being updated. I will need to check all the different recipes. Maybe I just didn't notice those. There's a good chance I simply didn't notice them, to be perfectly honest. There we are, space for one chest, which will hold everything that these won't be holding. Lovely. Then eventually we can put down chests in here as well. Okay, you're working away, which is great. Good. Okay, onwards to the blacksmith then. So, how big do we want this to be? Are we going to have this similar to the weavers section? Or are we going to have it a bit smaller? I don't really know. It would be nice to have it so it's not just a mirror entity of this one. No, I can't bother with that, honestly, even though curtains are very good. Why is there a banner down here? I think that was meant to go there, wasn't it? Okay, just making sure of something before we start building. Now, with the chickens, can we have the pastures underground? Okay, we can. Wait, since when could you do farming underground as well? I always thought you had to do that on soil. Well, we need to do more stuff underground, clearly, because the farmers being out here makes them less efficient. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, with the animals in the future, we could use this space here, so that we can still see the animals underground. So digging out all of this, have a huge stairway down, then a sort of hobbit hole sort of thing going on. So we have like the wooden door, and then soil around it on both sides, but we can still see inside once we're angled like this. Then just add loads of flowers to the top so the whole area is beautiful for those working around it. So what I'm thinking is maybe something like this. Extend you further out again. The idea is that we are going to need the furnace in there. It makes no sense to have it in a room which doesn't have quite a large chimney. So what we could do is have 2 chimneys back here. Make it look quite factory-esque. Then have all of this space here as a workshop, and then extend this so we split it maybe here. And have all of this as a small home area. Depends how big we want to build this. Honestly, maybe doing this but a bit larger. What about something like this? So, we have a smelting room over here, which can have loads of storage, just regular chests of ore and lumber. Then we smelt them here, and then take out the finished product, the bars, over to here, and then we can have loads and loads of racks of them, which I think will look really, really cool. And then, of course, just a regular chest to hold all the bars as well, because they will very, very quickly fill up. That way we have loads of space for decorations, and we can make our blacksmith incredibly happy. The problem is, this does not give us anywhere for the blacksmith to actually sleep. So what we could do is have this section a little bit higher up, so if we do this, as soon as the game saves, and then lags out for a second, as it always does when it saves. So this is what it currently looks like. Obviously don't have the window there next to the furnace itself. So we turn this bit here into the main chimney, and what we could do is, using regular wooden walls, so there's a bit of contrast, have this as the workshop space. And then maybe make this a full double story. Then this will of course go across, we'll blend them together, and then that way we can have all the housing on top. Will that be a bit too distracting though? Maybe it will be. If it's that big, it will obstruct view of a lot of things, but that's just going to happen as we build all this up, so I'm okay with that. I'll just quickly build it up and see how it looks. So, essentially, something like this. So what we're doing is, rather than having a true second floor, we're using the roofing tool, and then that way, we definitely have enough space for some beds, as I have extended it a little bit upwards. Whereas this one has some storage, this one can have true beds. Then this can be the workshop. In fact, we could leave this then mostly open, then close it a little bit over here, then have a side entrance which just has some stairs going straight up, then all of this can be to do with the workshop. And now I've said that, I really like that idea, but doing that, what I think I'm going to have to do is move the entire structure a little bit back, so we have more space, we can have more stuff in the entranceway, otherwise it's going to look a little bit weird. Also, that way, it's not going to obstruct the road as much, which is nice. Since it's already obstructing our view of this, it would be nice to be a bit further back. So by doing this, we're no longer in line with the other buildings as much, but what it means is that we can extend this all the way out there, if I use the correct colour scheme, thank you very much. All the way to the road, which is here. And then we can make all of this the workshop, which makes a lot of sense, considering it's going to be dealing with a lot of very, very heavy machinery, I'd imagine, more so than the others. Although it kind of isn't in-game, but you get the idea. You can imagine the metalworks probably having a lot of stuff being moved to and fro, and having doors in the way all the way through would probably be more of a hindrance than anything else. We are still going to have a door here, but it's going to be a big heavy-duty one. Then we can put all sorts of stuff here on the walls, on the side, and make it look beautiful for the blacksmith. Kind of wish we built this one before this, because now building this is going to be a bit of a nightmare, but okay, let's get to work. How about something like this? The burrow door. Oh, that looks lovely. Can we even make that, though? Is that something we currently have the ability to make? Which I believe is our mason, if I'm correct. Mason, and yep, we definitely can make it. So that is definitely one of the rabbit's items, which we brought with us from the previous world. Which I believe is also the shield as well, just I didn't see the shield before. Yep, just need stone. Perfect. Let's do that. So maybe you should move the forge to the other one, but then that's a bit weird. In fact, no. Okay, we're going to continue as we are. What we're going to do, though, is have the door there, then we're going to have the way up over here instead. That way, it's a bit easier, but then it'll look worse. It'll be easier to see inside if all the decorations are here. If we have the stairway here, that'll further block our view inside. I'm thinking too much about this. It's just a really simple building, and it's not even going to be that pretty when it's finished. Just build the thing, Lathrix. Welcome to the quest to find the ugliest bedroom. Here we have 3 mean beds all next to each other with a horrible rug underneath a wardrobe. And by wardrobe, I meant dresser. Oh, that is vile. But it will function. That's good enough, honestly. We can always add more decorations later to increase the appeal factor, so that's fine. So we have the way up there, then that goes into the bedroom, that's fine. We can always add a door here as well, which is nice. In fact, I probably will. So I'll extend this. Let's see. So let's extend this section here. If I can get the correct angle to do this properly, that'd be lovely. There we are. Then we can put a door there and a doorway, so at least it looks a little bit more secure. And let's do this along here as well, give it a bit more depth, and then we can keep on adding stuff there as well as we go. Okay. That's fine. For now. Again, still need to add way more. Now these are really nice. These are the iron-studded corner supply shelves and the iron-studded supply tables. Now these are there purely to hold the bars of metal once they're finished, and if we have enough of them, we can have every single type of bar all in a row. Yeah, that would be really pretty. Okay, but we're going to add those after the building's finished, because I don't want to wait on those before the building gets built. In fact, I'm also going to remove this here, the furnace, the smelter, purely because, once again, I don't want to wait. The beds and stuff I'll keep. So really, all we need to do is finish off the external building, then we can start. So next up then, let's build ourselves a chimney. How about like that? Now I know this isn't symmetrical with this, but I think it'll look better overall. And yeah, it definitely does. It adds more texture in my opinion. What I could do is extend both of these by 1. That way this would be in the middle of that, and that's pretty nice as well. In fact, I'm tempted to do that. Just do this, and then ta-da. Yeah, I like that. Nice and simple as well. Simple, obvious what's going on there. It makes sense to me. We can also see inside, which is nice. Let's remove those. Okay, I am fine with that. And I'll bring down the chimney on the inside as well, so it makes a bit more sense. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think it's fairly obvious this is a specialist building compared with the rest. It's one of the only ones with a wooden wall, sorry, a stone wall rather than a wooden wall. Not much more I want to do now, just decorate the front, decorate the side. Which I guess we could do once it's built as well, so maybe I'll just get it built now. Yep, let's just finish off the inside walls then, and then we're good to go on building this thing. There we are, loads of chests for all of the ore. We have this now built over that. It looks like there's blocks missing, but that's purely because right now all we can see is the blocks I'm placing and not the walls and stuff. It is absolutely fine when you look from the outside or from the inside. There we are. Then if we go inside, as you can see, it's all fine, it's all connected. That goes to this. I guess then really what we should do is remove these 3 blocks and block this off, otherwise it makes even less sense than usual. And there we are, it's all now connected and it now makes sense, that's lovely. And now, decorations. Just basic stuff, really. Okay, so I've made a sort of stone ring around everything, attaching this front section to everything else. That goes to there, and I actually really like how that looks. It does lose a bit of depth here and in here, but I feel like it makes it all look really, really secure. Kind of reinforces what the building's meant to be. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's get building. Hopefully it works first time. Would be nice if it did. Did I accidentally place a block there at some point? Can I remove that now I've pressed build? Oh dear. When did I do that? Okay, let me revert the save. And then I'm going to build again. And so the building begins, although one thing we really need to do is mine out some more of this, because we are very low on stone, so let's continue to undermine the entire town. Yeah, would make sense to mine elsewhere, wouldn't it? Let's make sure to mine this way, away from where I think I'm going to build some of the underground stuff, and very soon, I think the next 2 builds then are going to be the animal section, the animal pen, and then a new mine shaft, and make it all, you know, like a proper building to go into rather than just a hole into the center of the world. What are you all doing? I look away for 2 seconds and you're killing Bluebell. I don't think there's any way I can save Bluebell from my murderous attackers. I don't care. What a lovely day. Have you got a target on your head? Okay, sure, I'll just leave you be. Ooh, the building's doing well. What are we missing, though? We are missing stone, yeah. And then the window frames, but that should be being built as we speak. In fact, we do need some more timber, so knock down some of those as well. Thank you. So we have the mine going on, we have that. Yep, that should be fine. Well, the wolves are back with a vengeance, and honestly, I can't blame them. Oh, okay, so it's a hunting party. Finish off the wolves first, then let's deal with one of the underlings. So you first. Lovely, straight away, one was instantly killed. Now if one of those is a slowing arrow, that'll be great. Lovely again. That was a really orderly fight considering most of the enemies are archers. Ah, look at our golem collecting the corpse. We need some flame arrows. Well done, everyone. What's the trade I want? 5 comfy beds for 5 gold ingots. We don't really need that, honestly. We have loads of gold, and our blacksmith can't even smelt it yet, so no. Weirdly, beds are worth more than gold at the moment. The building is nearly complete. Oh, and more wolves are attacking us. Goody. Where are you? There you are. Oh, did I just make everyone run back to the flag where the wolves were? Yes, I did! It's like a sacrifice for them. Oh no! Could someone please break off and get that fellow? One of the knights. Don't mind which of you. Zeus, go and help out that fellow. Okay, they're all fighting over here though. Tales will be told of your heroism! Okay. Well done, Steve. Doing your job whilst wolves are killing everyone. What weapon are you using, Zeus? Bronze short sword. I'm sure we can make you much better than that very, very soon. Are you stuck on the chimney? Do not jump into the chimney. Don't know why I assumed that would be your #1 thing to do, but, you know, not calling halflings a bit on the dumber side, but sometimes you make me look smart. No one should do that. Ever. Can you please? There we are. You know, we were doing so poorly in fights, then we add just 1 or 2 knights and everything is fine. Never underestimate how good knights are. Though, to be honest, we do already have too many, just 2 of them. What we need now is more DPS. Some flame archers or swordy people. Oh, is it done? I just heard a cheering noise. Which means, yes, you are officially trapped. Well done. 10 points for you. Now, get down. Get down. There we go. Play with the chicken. Get stuck on a chimney. Figure out how to use a ladder. Play with the chicken. Life is good. 1 bed is now set for the blacksmith. 1 is now set for you. And 1 can be set for Percival. Wow, we're actually getting behind on beds. Yeah, need to build more buildings with multiple beds in like this and this over here. There we are, that's all of the chests converted to only using stone, wood, and ores. There's our blacksmith using his new room. Lovely. And now, let's put down these. So this is the finished work shelf. Don't really need many of these, so I'm thinking maybe just 1 of these. Wait, will a finished work shelf accept ore, or does that count as a supply? I imagine that's probably a supply. Well, we're about to find out anyway. Refined metals. Perfect. Hello there, new person. Pretty balanced stats. You could be almost anything. Definitely prefer these to these. Okay, let's remove that. Destroy that. Going to just make this entire wall these. Lovely. Okay, the blacksmith's pretty much functional now. Chicken! Oh, look, we have our first refined metal on one of these shelves. Lovely. That's going to look so nice when it's done, but we also need to remove these plants. Somehow, they managed to build this and not remove the plants. I thought that would be automatic, but apparently not. But with that, thank you so much for watching. I am all out of time for today's video, and if you have enjoyed, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stonehearth is a series you wish to see continued in the future. We only got 1 building done today, but overall, I'm happy with our progress. I'm really happy with how this village is going, and I'm slowly getting better at building, and that's the important thing. I'm not naturally very good at making buildings like these look pretty, and I think I'm getting better. Not quickly, but I am, and that's nice enough. What I need to do is spend more hours a week on Stonehearth so I can get more into the groove of building, I can build faster, because I want all of this done by the end of the playthrough. And that's going to be a lot of building. So, thank you for watching. Any name suggestions, please put in the comments below. I will be reading every last one of them as always. Thank you, and goodbye. In the next video, probably going to deal with our chicken problem. And maybe put down the herbalist somewhere. Bye-bye.